All right, greetings, one and all. I'm repping Chicago, Illinois. If you saw my last live, it is now on Patreon. And so sometimes I just want to be free and talk freely. And so I'll just say what I got to say, and I'll put it on Patreon. So make sure you go check me out on Patreon. You definitely want to check that out. I'm about to upload some more content over there. A lot of my videos that I took down, I'm going to be uploading over there. I have them in a file. And a lot of stuff that I want to get more deeply into, vampires, werewolves, witches, warlocks, that type of thing, that'll be on the Patreon. Okay, YouTube algorithm is funny. YouTube's rules are not clear and not vague. And to be frankly, YouTube is biased in a lot of ways because look at this situation with Charleston White on their disrespect of people's children. That's hate speech. Straight up. But they don't do anything. So we're going to be talking about that. People have been asking me about Charleston White, and I don't really talk about Charleston White. I don't really deal with the foolishness, okay? I wasn't going to talk about Charleston White until everything hits the fan, okay? When everything hits the fan, then I was going to talk about other than that, I don't want to have nothing to do with dude. But his supporters, they got to be checked. His supporters got to be checked. You brothers out there that keep coming over here telling me how great he is, y'all got to be checked in the door. All of you all that support Charleston White, you are horrible for the black community. You're almost really traitors. For real. The fact that you sit there and you support that type of degradation and that type of clown stuff as a black man is disgusting. And the fact you let somebody say something negative and then come back and say something positive and then come back and say something negative and come back and say something positive and you accept all that negativity talking about he's saying something positive. You negative. If I was anywhere and I was around you and I found out you support dude, I'd walk away. I wouldn't want to be associated with you. I wouldn't want you in my circle. None of that. You're a disgrace to the black community. We already know he a disgrace. He ain't saying nothing nobody's scared to say. They like him because the internet is full of bozos. And the people that like him because they just like him. because birds of a feather flock together. So the people that like him are the same negative people in our community. Okay? These are negative people because nobody positive watched that. Period. Nobody, no man with any type of integrity would watch that. But we're going to get into it. Ain't no upstanding man will watch that. So I'm more or less talking about his supporters. So I just want you to know, as soon as you come over here to defend him, I want you to know I don't like you. So don't come over here trying to talk about him. Let's talk about you. We're going to talk about you. You support him? Okay. Get out of here. Get off. Get out. Get out of here. Because I'm not going to argue with you. You support him. I see everything I need to see. The fact that you watch that tells me everything I need to know. But we're going to get into that. Hit that like button. Share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? See, look. Here we go. See? Look. See? See? You see what I'm talking about? I would never hang with Honcho. Period. Never. I don't really even like him over here now. I really want him to log off. I never mess with him. Never. Never in my life. Never in my life would I associate with Honcho. Never. Ever. Never, ever. Never. Any man that's making excuses for a man that's disrespecting people's children that passed away, if you support that, you're just as bad as Charleston. You're a lowlife. We talking about him disrespecting people's children, and he come over here, look all he got to say. He getting numbers, though. He getting numbers. That's his response. It don't matter. You can sell out your mama, but if they pay you enough, you can sell out Malcolm X. If they pay you enough, if you get numbers, you can snitch. You can sell out your own community. If they pay him enough, if they pay Honcho enough, he'll sell you down the drain. He just told you he'll sell you out for $1. He just told you. If y'all know who that is for real, you better stay away from him. Because he'll sell you out. He's a Pontius Pilate. He'll sell you out. He'll sell you out for $1. That's why you're over here with a fake name. That's why his name Honcho. He don't want nobody to know who he is for real. That way he could be foul as ever. He ain't got the strength Charleston got. Charleston is really showing his real face. Honcho is a coward. He ain't going to say all that with his real first and last name. He ain't going to say that. Nobody can deny he getting numbers. That's what they want you to do. I could get numbers too if I come over here and sell out. I could get numbers. I could change my conversation and get numbers. It's easy to get numbers. All you got to do is be on the clown. We always got more clowns than we got righteous people. We always got more people. We always got more people that like the clown stuff than the righteous stuff. That's why the TV programming is messed up. That's why, because you love that. Anytime you start talking about something serious, you don't want to hear it. That's why the church is shot. Because as long as you're in the church and ain't really talking about no real subjects, and you just hollering and screaming, hallelujah, they going to come. But if you get up there preaching some real self-improvement, they ain't coming back. You got to go in there and forgive them for their sins. You can't go in there and tell them to stop sinning. They ain't coming back. They want to sin and repent, sin and repent, sin and repent, sin and be forgiven, sin and be forgiven, sin and be forgiven. Even though Christ said, go and sin no more, they want to sin and forgive, sin and forgive, sin and forgive. You ever had a friend do you dirty and you forgive them? They do you dirty again. And they want you to forgive them again. And they're going to constantly do you dirty. Now, this man, YouTube be tripping. Because how many times you going to let them play videos of a man disrespecting people's children that passed away? He disrespected Gilly when Gilly's son got killed. Who does that? And then I got to say unalived. Check the game. I got to say unalived. But he can go over there and say, F your dead baby. And it'd be all over YouTube. But we got to say unalived. Because if we say killed, oh no. But the news say people get killed all the time. You can't say that. What sparked this? I'm just I don't like it. I don't like what he's been saying. I don't like his supporters. I don't like Say Cheese. You can tell Say Cheese I said it. I'm unsubscribing from Say Cheese. I can't stand Say Cheese. Because Say Cheese is making money. That's why Honcho come out talking about they get numbers. Say Cheese is getting numbers. But he's getting numbers at the degradation of the black community. He's got Charleston over there disrespecting us. And then Say Cheese is making money. And Say Cheese is a sellout. Okay? Say Cheese is a sellout. And Say Cheese, if you're watching and you have him over there disrespecting my children, I'm at him and I'm at you. Facts. If somebody get on your platform and disrespect my child, when I lost my child, and you edit it, I got a problem with them and I got a problem with you. Say Cheese is a sellout. He just into it for the cheese. He just into it for the money. He's a horrible representative for the black community. I don't want to see nothing he got to say. Unsubscribe, get lost. Unsubscribe, get lost. He been disrespecting all these people. Mama Duck, all these people when they lose their children. This man go disrespect them. In the black community, you allow this, you let this man do this. Not only is he disrespecting the loved ones, right? He embarrassing us in front of the whole world. Degrading the black man. That's not the image of the black man. Some weirdo dude saying a whole bunch of a clown, basically. Just clowning. Yeah, come back and try to say something positive after you've been clowning and clowning and clowning and clowning, like a positive clown. Crazy. The man said he was going to do some horrible things to Mav Hoffa's little daughters. And black people still supporting this man. This man basically said he would do some sex type thing to the little girls. To Mav Hoffa's little girls. Y'all seen when Mav Hoffa had Fat Joe on there, and we didn't really like Mav doing that, and we don't really like Mav for that. But we ain't finna disrespect his daughters. I would never disrespect Mav's daughters and say you're going to do something to his little daughters, something like that, and you still able to. He comfortable because of people like Say Cheese. Say Cheese making money off of letting him clown us. And then Say Cheese pay him. Say Cheese is making money from the negative behavior. But yet we complain that they've been showing us all type of bad images of us in movies for years, right? Black people say they always depicted us as monkeys and always depicted us as slaves or as shoe shine boys. And now we get these young brothers get these platforms and do the same thing. Say Cheese is doing the same thing Disney did to us. Get on there and let a man come on there and disrespect his own people so you could get a bag. And then when something bad happens to Say Cheese family, what happened if we do that when he mourning? How he gonna like that? That's my question to Say Cheese. What's gonna happen when it's your turn? You know, everybody was upset the way that 5-year-old girl got unalived. This man, Charleston White, gonna get on the social media and say, basically, to hell with the little girl. Gonna hate on the girl because of her daddy. Just let that sink in. Let's say I'm gangbanging. Let's say I'm gangbanging, right? Right? And let's say my son's gangbanging. And I'm the father, like Gilly, like you did Gilly's son. I'm the father. Right? And then I had this fool, what's his name? Morgs. He always come over, he say ain't no rules to war. That ain't even no war. That ain't no war. No punk on no internet. I just blocked dude. Dude always coming over here following me just to say demonic and negative stuff. This guy, what's his name? MOWGS. He don't follow me for nothing positive. He never had nothing positive to say. That's why he got that fake name coming over here. Let me show you something. Just think about this. Let's say my son is out there gangbanging. I don't want him out there. But once your child get grown and he lives somewhere else, what can you do? Like Gilly. Gilly didn't want his son out there. So so then his son passed away. So now Gilly's hurt, rightfully so. Why would you hurt Gilly? The son's already passed away. Why would you hurt Gilly's grandmother? Why would you hurt all the loved ones that's hurt because they wish he wasn't in the streets? But Charleston is so evil that he'll disrespect all these people while they mourning somebody. And his excuse is because the boy was in the street. So that's why you hurting Gilly feelings. That's why you hurting the grandmama's feelings. That's why you hurting all the family members that wasn't in the street. And then Charleston would say, get him out the streets. Can't nobody make Charleston behave. Where's the people to sit you down, Charleston, and make you behave? Charleston is just like what he talking against. The gangs get on the internet and antagonize each other. What do Charleston do? Get on the internet and antagonize. He's just like a gang member. He's the same dark energy as the gang member. He's a devil. He does the same thing that the gangs do. But he claims he's talking against the gangs. How? No, he's not. He's pimping the black community for money. He ain't trying to teach y'all nothing. He gonna say whatever he can say to make $1 on his social media. Okay? You support him, OG? Simple. Do you support Charleston White? Yes or no? It's real simple. Let's not talk about him. Let's talk about you. Do you support Charleston White? Yes or no? Or you going to lie and say no, but you do? Do you support him? We ain't got to do all that. You. We ain't got to talk about Charleston White. We talking about his supporters. Do you support him? Yes or no? It's real simple. You ain't got to come over here and fence straddle because it look like you support him to me. OG line, do you support him? Because that sound like support on the streets. You would get did dirty. We would take that as support. If we are a gang and we talking against you and you speak in any kind of way on behalf of him, we would have did you dirty. Right then on the spot. You would have got DP'd. Right then. As soon as you said anything other than he ain't shit, we would have got you. And this is the problem. The people support him and they make up excuses for him. It ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse. Okay, so according to Charleston, Gilly should never do no interview with Dirk and do a good interview and make the interview good with Dirk, but say Cheese should do an interview with him. I'm trying to figure out what's the difference. You talking about doing something to Math Hoffa. Okay, what did Math Hoffa do, OG line? The reason he said he would S.A. Math Hoffa's little girls. What have Math Hoffa done? Math Hoffa not in no gang. Math Hoffa was running the podcast. So what about Charleston White saying he'll S.A. Math Hoffa's two little girls, like 7 years old and stuff? What was the excuse for that? I'm confused. What did Mav do? What did Gilly do to him? So he don't like him being there with Dirk. So he gonna disrespect the man dead son while the man mourning? And that make any kind of sense to anybody? Crazy. No, he didn't do that for that. He did it for views, bro. Y'all stop lying, OG. He did not do that for no other reason than to say something controversial for views, okay? We not crazy. He's saying crazy stuff because everybody would click on it. He wasn't saying that to try to help no black community because he was in no video with Dirk. He'll lie. He's saying this stuff to make money. That's it. To get clicks and make money. And then he go back and fool y'all and try to act like he's doing something positive. And then the next time, when you first seen Charleston White, he was one way. Later, he looked just like the rappers that he was. Now he around looking like the rappers, which means he was jealous of the rappers. If I see you and you talking about the rappers and you look like this, and then next time I see you, you dress just like the rappers. You got the clothes they got on. You got the jewelry they got on. You dress exactly like the rappers. That means you a demon. That you manipulating the people for views. And you'll say this over here, whatever gonna get the views. If you can say something positive and get the views, say that. If that don't work no more, you say something negative to get the views. If that don't work, you go back and just to get the views. But as far as really talk about helping the community, ain't nothing that bad doing ever help the black community. None. Nothing he's doing gonna help the black community. Actually, Charleston White will get your son hurt because your son will make a mistake and get on social media and try to talk like Charleston White be talking. But your son can't hide like Charleston White. And your son walk his ass out there on that street and the people he was disrespecting catch him. You need to be telling your children, don't do what this fool is doing. Because he hiding. Don't do what he doing. Because he hiding. He throwing rocks and hiding his hand. Only for so long. They almost got him on that one stage. Y'all know how this gonna play. I wasn't gonna talk about it until it play out. Because I already know what's gonna happen to him. I already know. Because ain't nobody gonna forgive you for that. Never. The police don't like him. That man worked for the police. That man worked for the police. That man worked for the police. He is the police. Okay? He go antagonize you, and then the police watch you, and if you try to respond, then you go to prison. There's no way that man could act like that without YouTube and the police being on his side. If I said anything like that, my channel would be banned. That man is that man is in a lot of trouble, but he's just making money. But this is unacceptable. You disrespect Mav Hoffa's daughters. For what? Okay, he say disrespect Gilly because Gilly was with Dirk on some gang stuff. Okay, what about Mav? Mav ain't in no gang. Why you say he gonna do something to Mav's daughters? He disrespect Gilly. Then the one boy go out there, the 5-year-old girl get unalive. This man say F her. Now, if I'm the young man that got unalived and I got my daughter and me and my daughter get unalived, my grandmama gonna still be mourning. My grandmama gonna be sick. Both of my grandmamas, both of my grandparents, all my relatives gonna be sick. So you want to punish them while they mourning? So you want to say something foul about the little girl while her family mourning? Like the heck with the rest of the family? Like they shouldn't be mourning because the son was in the streets or making drill music? So everybody shouldn't be mourning? I'm confused. Her mother. So you just everybody that's mourning. You know what I'm saying? I can't get my son out the streets if my son in the streets. So if my son in the streets, I'm still gonna be mourning because I couldn't get him out the street. Now he gone. So Charleston White will punish me because he's not punishing my son if my son is not here no more. So if he say something like that, you punishing the people that's still here. At what point do you punish the people still here for the mistakes of one of the people that passed away? That makes sense to y'all? That's legitimate? You're going to hurt the ones living because you didn't like the ones that got killed. So I'm trying to understand that. So you don't like the one that got killed, so you punish the family that's mourning. Because we mourn for all our relatives, good, bad, or indifference. We hate the fact they lost their life. If I got a son or a daughter and they living wrong, I'm constantly trying to get them to live right. My hope is one day they'll change and they get unalive. And yes, I'm going to be hurt. I'm not going to be like, well, forget it. They weren't living right. I'm going to be hurt because I wanted them to live right. And then I got to go and watch this man disrespect my loved one. Both of those guys got arrested already. He called it getting into character. How much money he make for getting in character? How much money Say Cheese making and all them making? What's up with Say Cheese? What Say Cheese posting it for? Why is Say Cheese always got him on there saying this stuff? What? Why is Say Cheese trying to help the community? Say Cheese got him on there because he controversial and get a lot of views and he get money, right? And if he get a lot of money, how much Charleston get? So it's all about the Benjamins. It ain't about nothing but the money. Charleston wouldn't say none of that shit for free. He's saying it. He's exploiting the community for money. It's all for money. It ain't, he don't care nothing about no gangs. He making money. So if he can pimp the black community and talk against the gangs and make $30,000, he gonna do it. He gonna get in there and act just like the gangs to get views. Because everything he's doing is the same thing the gangs doing, antagonizing people, and they looking for him to hurt him. He ain't that mentally ill. He making that money. That man is a kind man. That man, is nothing wrong with that man. That man is doing this on purpose. He pimping. Charleston White ain't no fool. Charleston White is a pimping. It's internet pimping the community. I'm telling you. He act like he crazy. You go back and watch old videos of Charleston White. He ain't talking nothing like that. He created this character to pimp the community. It's fine to be out of character if you're doing harmless stuff, but to start disrespecting the people that got killed and all that, the gangs disrespect, he against the gangs. The gangs disrespect the dead. He against the gangs, and he disrespect the dead. That makes sense? He don't like the gangs. The gangs disrespect the dead. If I don't like the gangs and the gangs disrespect the dead, I would honor the dead because I'm the opposite of the gangs. He do the same thing the gangs do. Do that make any sense? And then all these platforms put him up there constantly to exploit the black community. They are exploiting the black community, degrading the black community for $1. That's what they're doing. Say Cheese and all the other people who platform he be on is selling their own people down the drain for $1. And I know people that if he said that stuff on Say Cheese, if he did that on Say Cheese, if you watch it, If he did that on your show with my family, it's gonna be up when I see you. Say cheese. It's gonna be. I'm gonna come and make sure I see you. I'm gonna make sure I see you because you posted it. Nobody know he said that if you don't post it. Just think about that. Some man go and just be disrespecting your children and all this, and then everybody watching it, all these black people watching that type of foolishness, and you want to know why our community's like that. Guess how many low-life gang members watch Charleston? A whole bunch. Because he's doing the same type of stuff they do. His content is gang content. It's the kind of content gangs like to see. They always smoking somebody in the pack. He doing the same thing. Why would the gangs not like Charleston? He doing gang culture. He got that from them. Disrespecting the dead. He got that from the gangs. He is basically acting just like what he say he hates. He's showing you who he really is. They say, well, he say some positive things. No, we call that talking out of both sides of your mouth. That's what we call people like Charles. He's talking out of both sides of his mouth. We need to fix the community. The heck with your dead son. That don't even go together. They don't even go together, talking out of both sides of his mouth. And how does he do it? The content creators is putting him out there in front of the community. They have no dignity. And those of us that got dignity, we don't get to make no money. And we got people like Say Cheese that sell out to make the money because the content that's making the money is trash. And the positive content ain't making no money unless you work like a dog. So they sell a soul to make a quick bag. That's what they doing. All they post is beef. That's all they be posting. All they post is beef. You look at all the big people on here, they all beef. Whack 100. Charleston White. Loose Cannon. Just look. Look at the people that's got the most views. Brig Baby. I can go on and on and on. This is representing the black community. Adam 22 exploits the negativity in the black community. So do Vlad TV. Vlad TV, Adam 22, all of that is the exploitation of the black community. All of them. It's done at the sakes of your daughters and your sons. That's totally innocent. But they being painted with this big old brush. It's painting everybody. Programming our people. Come watch this negative content. Go listen to this negative music. And Charleston, nah, you can't even see me. You can't catch me. The other day he said, y'all can't see me. Y'all broke. Y'all can't go to the places I go to. So he making money off of disrespecting the community. Then he say the community can't come see him because I made money off of y'all and I'm in places that you can't go. Because he ain't never had a dollar before. He like somebody that just started selling drugs. And now he get money. And the money It's taking over. He's taking them over. That's why you see when Woody got out there, who's also a negative character, you seen he ran behind Woody and then started beefing with Woody. You see Hassan Campbell do the same thing, negativity. Hassan had made a fortune off of negativity, off of disrespecting people and talking ignorant stuff. Fortunes off of being a fool. Fortunes off of being a fool. Now, yeah, my stuff might start glitching out. I don't care nothing about this because Mother Nature finna tear all this shit up anyway. It's over with. Anyway. It's finna be a long summer. Your electricity finna be off anyway. So it don't really matter like that. It's already up. Okay? It's already up. A lot of this stuff is a distraction. I had to come put y'all back on point. Everybody wanted me to talk about Charleston White, but I want to talk about his supporters because without his supporters, ain't no Charleston White. I want to know why these brothers can't find a better way to make money than to put a clown on there to exploit their own community. That's what I want to know. I want to know why these brothers, what make them different than a drug dealer? What makes Say Cheese different than a drug dealer? If it's about the bag. If it's about the bag, open the crack house then. Sell heroin. That make money. Make it make some sense. That's what it's about, the money. That's what we want to show the rest of the world. Charleston White, he not an embarrassment to y'all to be saying this in front of Asians and Europeans and white Hispanics. Y'all ain't embarrassed that this is the black man they want to make famous? A straight clown that's mad at the world because he only got one eye? Because any psychologist will tell you what's wrong with him. He got one eye. And he mad. He mad at the world. All the money in the world not going to make him happy. He still only got one eye. The trauma. So that's why he's so angry like that. They think them as our talking heads. Exactly. They put them as our talking heads. Every one of them, they make their money off of beef. Whack 100, stay in the beef. Old as his ass is. Old as he is, he constantly on the internet. On Pyru. On Pyru. Damn near 60 years old. Damn near 60 years old on the internet acting like an 18-year-old Pyru. Every last one of them. Nipsey Hussle passed away. Here go Whack trashing his name. Trashing his name because Nipsey got a good name, positive in the community. Here you go. Here you go. And these are people they get a microphone to. You got the brother out there telling us to boycott Target for 40 days. You don't see him. YouTube let them do whatever. But me, they said I had hate speech and demonetized me for hate speech. What hate speech? And here's a man on channels talking about doing something to somebody's children, and they leave that up. But they say, I got hate speech. I know why they say I got hate speech, because I'm telling y'all to do for self and to get off their titty, and of course they don't like me. They want me to keep y'all on their titty. And I'm telling y'all, we got to be independent, get off their titty. We got to get our own cars, get our own damn internet, get our own internet channels, get our own phones, get our own. So they don't like me. Even the brothers don't like me. Brothers come over here and want to argue with me. Brothers come over here and want to start shit with me. Now, if I was over here clowning, I'd be big as life. If I was over here clowning, I'd have been had 100,000 subscribers. If I came over here and attracted the clowns and the bozos and was with the whole riffraff, I could have made money. I could have come over here and beef with. I could have came over here and beef with Whack 100, beef with Brick Baby, beef with Charleston White, and made money. And could have stood on my beef. Could have had the city on lock because they're gonna ride with me. And I could have made a fortune. They ain't coming to Chicago saying nothing to me. I could have rallied the guys for real, the youngins and everything. I get the shorties and everything. I could have called all the little shorties that I helped, all of them. I could come over. I could be over here getting a lot of views. Trust me. And they wouldn't do nothing. Loose wouldn't do nothing. Whack wouldn't do nothing. None of them would do nothing. I could have came over here, beef, and made it happen. I could have really made it happen for views. If I wanted to, I could be the bad guy. If I wanted to. If I wanted to bring y'all down. If I wanted to bring y'all down, I could be the bad guy. I could be putting some money into the guy's pocket. You understand? I could put money in the guy's pocket. I could have called my friends from O-Block, my friends from the West Side, my friends from Harvey, my friends from the Wild Hunters, my friends from the North Pole, my friends from the East. I could have called people and kicked it off. I'm not doing that goofy ass shit. I'm not going to be over here with no WWE shit when I got young brothers and stuff watching me and I sit up here and talk crazy to somebody and then a young brother go do that and get hurt following me. I don't tell young brothers, stay out the way. I tell young brothers, I ain't had a fight since 7th grade. We don't be fighting. We grown. I tell young brothers, if somebody you don't like them, go the other way. I don't teach confrontation. I teach go the other way. I teach stay out of jail. Stay out of confrontation. Period. Somebody want to have confrontation with you, you go the other way. You don't throw your life away for no confrontation. Go the other way. And don't follow Whack. Don't follow Loose. Don't follow Charleston White. Because the streets is undefeated. They not going to get away. The streets got all the time in the world. So when Charleston White talking about nanny, nanny, boomo, they ain't get me, he leaving off a key word when he said they didn't get me. He leaving off the word yet. They didn't get him yet. Nobody ran into him yet. Charleston said, I'm already in Texas. I don't got to come to Texas. I could pick up a phone in Texas. I don't got to come to Texas. Listen, I'm not coming to Texas looking for no damn Charleston White. Let me tell you something, Melrose. I'm not going to no Texas looking for no goddamn Charleston White. I'm not going to Texas looking for Charleston White, and I could go to Texas every day and I'll never see Charleston White. Because Charleston White then disrespect Jay Prince. He the one ain't safe in Texas, not me. Charleston White the one that ain't walking around Texas. As Unc No Punk would say on GDBD Vice Lord. he the one hot. I'm not hot, I'm straight. I'm straight in Texas. I'm straight in Texas. I have no problem in Texas. I never see Charleston White in Texas. Charleston White don't run Texas. Charleston White runs his mouth. He's nobody in Texas, okay? He's a nobody. He cannot even hang out in Texas. He not safe in Texas. I don't do all that stuff. Don't come to Texas. Boy, listen. Come to Texas for what? I'm in Chicago. Everything is in Chicago. Come to Texas for what? If I got to go to Texas for some business and I want to deal with somebody, I'll go deal with 50 Cent. 50 in Texas. Texas is big. He's a nobody, okay? He's a nobody. Him and his boys is a nobody. When I was outside like that, if I got in that mode, I'd come to Texas by myself. I wouldn't have no problem. Because I know how to move when I go somewhere. And I got relatives in Texas. And I just go see my relatives in Texas. I just don't be on no rah-rah system about. But I could pick up a phone in Texas. Okay? I don't, all that he said don't come nowhere. You're not getting me in the clown stuff. What's your name? Let me see who's with the clown stuff. I'm not with the clown stuff. Okay? I'm not with the clown stuff. Don't come to Texas and all that. Texas ain't shit to me. I'm in Chicago. Texas just another state like any other state. When I go to Texas, I ain't going to have Pharaoh said that written all over my car. I'm just going to be a dude in the car. How anybody going to know I'm even there? You a sports fan. Stick to sports and get you some pom-poms and a cheerleader. And you a cheerleader. Get you some pom-poms and cheer for one of your teams, man. You not no G like that. You got men on your picture. You want to date basketball players. Stop talking to me, punk. You know what I'm saying? Why would I listen to you? You're a fanboy. You got men on your picture and stuff about don't come to Texas. You ain't gonna do nothing for sure. You a damn cheerleader, bro. Stop talking to me. A damn cheerleader talking about what Charleston said. Charleston ain't told you shit, boy. On this internet line talking about what Charleston said. You don't even know Charleston. Man, let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you something, G-Rod. I'm just a one-man army. I do Pharaoh everywhere I go. It's just me. That's how I function. Wherever I go, I got friends and stuff. I don't depend on them. I'm my security. That's how I function. When I was in the street, if somebody in Texas owed some money, I would be the one go get it. So That's all just nonsense. When you get the book, it'll make sense. So ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. We ain't gonna come to Texas with no pom-poms and no flag. Hey, I'm in Texas. If I got a problem, the idea is for nobody to never know I was in Texas. I'm just saying, if I got a problem, why would I want plane tickets and proof I'm in Texas? I got to get in and get out. And I don't know what happened. So that's all just clown shit. Where I come from, if dudes say, Charleston say don't come to Texas, first person we'll go see is him. I'm just telling you. He'd be the one we go see first. So he not from the streets. He don't know. He should stay off the internet like that before he said that to the wrong person. I'm not in that type of foolishness. Too many brothers in the penitentiary. Too many brothers in the graveyard. Too many brothers missing a leg. Too many brothers in wheelchair. Because they pulled out the thing and they surrounded you. If you get shot in the back, it could cripple you. That's why anytime you get in a situation, you have to leave. If they got a gun and they shooting at me, I got to leave backwards. You never turn around. Because if I get shot in the front, I could make it. But if you get shot in the back, 9 out of 10 times you're going to be crippled. Because it's going to hit your spine. You ain't going to be able to walk again ever. So that's why the streets never like to get shot in the back. It's always front. You got to back out. The only way you can turn around and run is make sure that they can't shoot you. If you get in a position where they can't shoot you, then you turn around and run. But if they there where they can shoot you, they got to shoot you in the front. Don't ever let nobody shoot you in the back. Never. Or it's a high possibility you're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. And I'm saying all that to say, these nursing homes here in Chicago is full of 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds in wheelchairs from shootings. So I don't condone nothing that Charleston White or nobody that's talking any type of violence or any type of antagonism to each other. I don't support that, none. I don't support no type of antagonism to each other or nothing that could lead to violence in the Black community. I'm totally against it. 100%. I'm against that. I'm against everything Charleston White stands for. Because Charleston White trying to make people kill him. I'm against that. If somebody do kill him, they're going to end up going to prison messing with a jackass. So it's a lose-lose. They taught you that in the FOI class? Yeah. I just be giving them little stuff so that they can know my pedigree, Azim. Azim, I be, you know what I'm saying? Real people out there know my pedigree when I say stuff like that. That tell you a lot right there. If you're really smart and I say that, you'd be like, okay, dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't condone none of that. So that's why I say his fans is foul. That's why I never talked about him. I never would get in nothing with Charleston White. I don't believe in internet beef. I don't believe in beef. I don't believe in black on black beef. Beef is no good. Negative energy is no good. That's why I don't got no videos with nobody name in it like that. And that's why I'm mostly getting at people like Say Cheese more than Charleston White. Say Cheese bogus. Because he the one making the bag off of this negative content. And the brothers and sisters that every time he turn around and say something positive, then you let him say something negative, he doing you the same way Trump and all the politicians do you. This is what they do. The politicians do the same thing. They come feed you a good lullaby, then you go for it. Then they come with the negativity. He's not the worst away for my intelligence. My conversation ain't for him. My intelligence is for people watching me. So everything I'm doing is right and exact. Because I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to the people to let the people know to start looking at the content creators that keep putting this negative stuff in front of us and unsubscribe to these content creators. These content creators that's always pushing these negative stories and these violent stuff, they all got to be, we got to unsubscribe to them. Enough is enough. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, y'all ain't knows we've been bombarded with that over the last 24 months. It wasn't this bad. Look what happened at No Jumper with the two brothers, what they did to them brothers out there at No Jumper. It's really going way too far. Y'all ain't noticed that? They actually beat them brothers like that and pulled the one brother's club off and put it right, clothes off and put it on social media. And they still walking around like everything is cool. Lou's still out here. They still walking around. They supposed to be. Come on, man. How that's not a case? How they not in jail? Lou's clearly hit the man for no reason. Why he ain't in prison? Why he ain't in jail? This is what they doing for content. It's too much. Charleston, negative. I mean, and this was just, somebody asked me what brought this on. What he said about the little girl, that's the last straw. That's it. Well, what the little girl did. When the little 5-year-old girl got unalived the other day, everybody was like, they ain't have to shoot the 5-year-old girl, even if they was beefing with dude. That everybody was like, what the hell is y'all doing? Except Charleston White. Charleston White say F the little girl. At this point, and then who's the content creator that posted that? And why would you want to interview him after that? I'm like, bro, I can't interview you no more. You didn't cross the line, bro. You officially negative. But he can come back in the black community, say some positive words, and then y'all will be like, he said something positive. The man said F the little girl before the little girl funeral. What the baby did to him? What did the 5-year-old girl do to Charleston? Now, you know how low you got to be to say something like that? You know what kind of person you really got to be? Talking about you in character. How you going to get in that type of character? So then when you go back and you watch black people still support him, don't ever say you against the gang violence or nothing. You a fraud. You with that kind of stuff. All that fake pretending hit all his followers. Listen to me. You a phony. If you support Charleston White and you try to come back and say he got a message, you a phony. You a phony. Because that man just said to hell with a little girl that got killed. Unalive. He can say that and they fine. But I got to say unalive. But he can say F the little girl got unalive. Sage, I swear to God, when you see him with the little girl, he get a pass. If you see him with his wife, he get a pass. On top of that, deeper than that, on the real gangster stuff, you don't do no crimes and go to jail. We not sanctioning that. We not sanctioning no crime gonna send you up the river. What? The brothers just got arrested. They finna get murdered for the rest of their life. Okay, for what? If they two gang members in my gang, how I lose two gang members? Over what? What's the reason two of my gang members going to prison forever? So if we got 100 gang members, now we only got 98. If we got 50, now we only got 48 because two of them did it for what exactly? Now, if I got houses and we working and we get money, we got to find two replacements. So I'm trying to figure out what I lose two soldiers for exactly. So let's say we the Blackstone Rangers. Let's keep it real. I'm going to show y'all real law. Let's say we Blackstone Rangers and two Blackstone Rangers shot and unalived a 5-year-old girl. Who believes that helps the Blackstone Rangers? Bro, we finna catch a Rico now. They finna raid all our spots. A lot of us finna go to jail because you went and did this. So now everybody that's associated with them two dudes, whatever group they associate, a lot of them going to prison. They just got a lot of brothers locked up. They going to prison. Because now they finna find out who y'all with. Y'all finna be all on the news. They gonna show all your gang members. They gonna show all that. Everybody's under the spotlight. The whole crew is done because of that. Now tell me that's gonna be over what? It's supposed to be a violation of saying shorties to do something like that don't know what the hell they doing. Obviously, they don't know what they're doing. They got caught. They might as well just had got on the building and jumped off. What's the difference? Some young boys. Somebody. Bruh. Somebody tell me something. Is it me? Am I tripping? If it's me, if you think it's me, tell me. If you think it's me, because I'm telling you, man, I don't get it. I don't get it no kind of way. I don't get it. I don't get it. These are shorties out here and threw their life away. See, it's just sad all the way around. This is the type of people we need on social media to really tell y'all what's going on. This is sad all the way around. The brother that lost his life, the baby that lost his life, and the two brothers that just basically lost their life. 4 black people gone. Nobody looking. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nobody, but overall, it's not being looked at what's really going on. We just lost 4 brothers and sisters. One of them only 5 years old. The other ones, all the other ones is babies. All of them is babies. All of them is babies. The whole situation is sad. The whole situation means we're going to have to do something in the community and really figure out what we're doing. Because the whole situation is just bad. Look at them, man. Do they look like they know what they was doing? They don't know what they doing. They just with some people influenced and trying to fit in with the little group they run around with. They had no idea what the next years of their life finna be like. They won't have a clue until they in there and they get sentenced when they first will begin to know. These the two got caught for the little, these the ones did it. Allegedly, according to the police. Look at the one with the tattoos on his face. I'm giving y'all real stuff. That could be my son or my grandson. The one with the tattoo on that could be my son. That could be my son. CW is a clown, okay? He don't know nothing. He just talking. He a clown. He just think he in Texas and he can tell us that. Ain't nobody in Texas gonna say F the little girl like that if you really plugged in Texas like that. He's a clown. How you gonna tell me you know somebody and disrespect him? He just talking. He go back, you could be in the city and he know we don't know, and he can read the paper and he can get the information, he can get on social media and act like he plugged, that he know what's going on. Because he done read in the paper, got the details, people on the street talking. Then he try to act like, yeah, I know them. That's little Carpet over here. He don't know no damn body. He ain't saying nothing positive for the community. Ages is babies. I don't even need that. Know their ages. They babies. The one with the cross in the middle of his head is a baby. The other one is a baby. These is babies. Every 7 years, you a new person. 7, 14, 21, 28. Neither one of them is 28. So they ain't full grown. These is babies. Just like you at the crib and your son come in, you see a tattoo on his face. You're like, boy, when you put that on your face? And he smelled it. Man, did he? You know. Boy, how you gonna get a job with that on your face? And you went there tripping on your son, he didn't want to put this on your face. Now everybody want to look at me crazy, like I got something to do with this fool putting this on his face because I'm his daddy. No. So this is why you don't be judging families and doing all that what Charleston doing. You don't be judging a little girl and all that because we can't control these people just like can't nobody control Charleston. You understand? I'm telling you the real. You can't diss me because my son go do something crazy. That's why I'm trying to tell them, JoJo, they trying to put that on Houston. Houston ain't, man, Houston is Houston. Chicago, Chicago. We don't, when somebody is a clown in Chicago, don't be thinking we rolling with these dudes. Hey, JoJo, they don't know how big Houston is. Y'all know how many black people in Houston? Hey, JoJo, they have no idea how many black people in Houston. Like it's a lot of black people in Houston. They can't keep up with everybody in Houston. He don't represent Houston. He represent him. What you tell him, JoJo? You represent you. You don't know I represent your city like that. I love my city, but what I do don't represent Chicago. How would I do represent Chicago? I don't represent no damn Chicago. I represent just me. It's people in Chicago don't agree with me. So I represent Chicago. That's crazy. We love our cities, but we only love the good parts. We don't go to the bad parts. We don't. This is just crazy. It's really crazy. Especially for me, I'm a grandfather. And I'm telling you, man, raising children. Hey, JoJo, raising, if they only know what it's like raising these children. And when your child get a certain age where they think they grown, and then they just go out there and they do not listen to you. And so this idea that you wasn't no good parent, that's not really true. All your children have a certain personality. And your child that listen to you, that's because that child got the personality to listen to you. It's really got nothing to do with you. If your son got the personality not to listen, he not gonna listen. Look at Gilly. Gilly was rich. $1 million worth of gang had blowed up. And Cheese was still in the streets. So you know that's not Gilly's fault. Cheese was tripping. So now when Cheese got killed, Gilly hurt twice. He hurt once because that's his baby boy. He hurt again because Cheese wouldn't listen. So why would you disrespect Gilly's son like that? When all of us know Gilly tried. I know Gilly tried. Gilly got out the street. And when we get out the street, we try to get our kids out the street. So why would you diss that man while he mourning like that? This is just ruthless. I would never do none of y'all like that. Whatever happened with y'all, I got compassion. Even if you went wrong and you was a drunk or you was a junkie and you changed yourself around and you passed away, I would have mercy for you. I would never say nothing like that about no child or no person, period. So even these boys, I feel sorry for them. I don't really look at them as killers. These babies, they be out there on them pills and all that, and they be hyped up with the guys, and they be hyped up with their little crew, and they just be out here. They don't really be no bad people like that. They be frustrated, uneducated, frustrated. They be frustrated. They be having anger issues. And they went out there, and now they gone too. 4 people gone. There's no way, there's nothing you can say, but this whole situation is sad all the way around. How could I disrespect these boys' parents? Okay, let me give you an example. People will say, Pharaoh, so what if you was a daddy and you let your son run around like that and you let your son do all that and he got killed? Let me tell you something. If I was a daddy and my son there, and my son doing all this and I ain't saying nothing, I ain't raising him, I'm letting him do it, I'm still cool with him. The fact still remains that when he gets unalived, that day, I'm going to change. It don't make no sense to disrespect me now. Because I'm different after the day my boy got killed than I was when my boy was alive. So you got to have compassion because even the bad parents learn. How you think it feel for a mother that didn't discipline her son and her son just running around, and then he gone. And then she already beating herself up because for a mother, they don't never really see you grown. They always remember you when they first had you, when they first held you in their arms. They always see you like that. They never ever see you grown. They know you grown, but a mama, you always that baby she had. And when they get gone like that, that's all a mother could think. So I couldn't see myself even talking crazy to the little boys because they mama suffering too. The little girl, the rapper and the little girl mama suffering, and they mamas is suffering. All the mamas is suffering. It's a tragedy all the way around. Dads too, but dads, the difference between moms and dads is mom know them 9 months before I know them. Because they inside the mama. And I don't know you. I ain't been introduced to you yet. So I never got introduced to my children until she pushed them out. But she be introduced to them the whole time. That's why the baby never like you for no long periods of time. If you got a little baby, about, 9 months, that baby only gonna stay with you for so long. I'm telling you. When my son was born and he was little, where he still got to be in a little baby seat, and his mama would go to work at night, and my son, he'd be cool 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Then he started doing this. You know how you could tell when the baby looking? So the baby sit up in his little seat and when he doing that, he looking for mama. And if mama ain't there, it's a wrap. So every time after about 3 hours, he would just start crying. You know what I'm saying? He would just start crying. Couldn't get him to stop because he wanted his mama. He don't want daddy. He don't want you. You the voice he heard outside his mama's stomach. He heard you. He heard her talking to somebody. But when she talking, that's vibrating. That's all he knows. Her vibration from talking in her womb. And I couldn't get that boy to stop crying for nothing. So one time he did it, and I put him in the car seat and took him out in the car. By the time I got to the end of the block, he was asleep. That's the only way. I had to drive him around the block because they only going to mess with you for so long. They got to be a big boy before they'll hang out with daddy. Little bitty babies, they want mommy. They don't want you. And you ever notice, because women got breasts, the baby not heavy because she holding the baby at an angle. So the baby is like this, so she can walk around with her all day. We got to hold them straight up and down. Y'all ever notice how heavy they be? They heavy, ain't they? Because we can't hold them like mommy. With mommy, he laying down. He going out like this and down. With us, he's straight up and down. So we actually got to hold him up to us. She don't, because he laying over her breast. So that's why they can carry him so easily, and we can't. They heavy as hell. Man, them babies ain't heavy, and we be strong. You can lift 400 pounds, but for some reason, the baby is heavy. I don't know why. I don't know why nothing that little be that heavy. Because you trying to hold them and make sure they safe. I never liked to hold my babies when they little. I always felt like I'd break them. I never felt like I don't feel like I had what a woman had. So I didn't ever like to hold my little, when they first newborns, I don't like holding them. I hold them for a minute, give them back to their mama, because I might break them. They're too delicate for me. I'm too rough. Typically, a man, you ain't going to bond with your baby until when you can hold their hands and they can stand up and be jumping and laughing. That's when that's daddy baby. But before that baby get a little rough, They ain't your baby. That's mama baby. They ain't your baby until they can do rough stuff, until you can flip them over on the bed and they be grinning. Now, that's when they bond with daddy. They bond with daddy, what, about 8 months, 9 months, somewhere in there? 10 months? That's when they really bond with you. When they can hold your fingers and stand up. They be so happy. Then that's when they love daddy. When it's time to walk around, they could turn their head and make noise and stuff. Oh, they want daddy then. They ready to wild out. So they love you when they can wild out, but when they can't wild out and they all babyish, they want mama. They don't want you till they get 9 months, 10 months, 12 months, like that. That's when daddy, yeah. Daddy gonna swing me around. Daddy gonna flip me on the bed. You know, daddy gonna flip me on the bed. Mommy ain't gonna play with him like daddy. Daddy gonna play with him. Daddy gonna, they love that. But not when they real little. When they real little, they like, who is you? And where is my mama? Where's my mama? So it take about 9 to 10 months before you know what I'm saying? Before they really bond with daddy. You know. But I just feel sorry. This is just a sad story. I couldn't really see myself disrespecting the young men. I feel, everybody like, they horrible. They shot a baby. I'm like, these is babies shot a baby. They living in a dream. They ain't even going to wake up for another month. I had a detective friend of ours. We was talking to him, and he said, Pharaoh, you know what? When we arrest them, when they do these shootings, he said, when we arrest them, we can't even interview them a lot of times the first day because they be on so many pills and stuff. He said, take 2 days sometimes. And he said, a lot of times by the time we interview them, they don't remember nothing. And he said, I'm one of the top detectives. I know if you're lying or not. He was the top homicide detective. He said, Pharaoh, they really don't know what happened. They be that high. He said, it's sad. He said they prosecute a lot of them just off the evidence they got. But they can't prosecute them off what they say because they don't remember nothing. They be that high off of that stuff. Because something wrong with you, you shoot a little baby like that. Something wrong with you. When you that young and you shoot a baby and get caught right away because you ain't the smartest. So I don't agree with Charleston White adding flames to this disaster in the black community. If he want to do something, talk like how I'm talking to teach the community the tragedies of this. Don't talk like condemn these babies. Because we got a lot of young men out here committing these murders and stuff. I'm talking about a lot of them. And these brothers grow up in prison and don't mature till they 30. They be in prison all that time. And they be 30 years old before they realize what I done did. What did I do? They don't even know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. They ain't even old enough to be bad like that. So I'm not going to even disrespect them. So I'm not going to disrespect the other two. The young boy got killed in the 5-year-old girl. Man, Charleston out of line. I'm telling you, man. We need to have compassion so that we can fix our community. We needed to save the brother and the baby and save them. Okay? We should have been able to save all 4 of them. I kid you not. It's just sad. It ain't nothing. That ain't nothing to make no jokes about. I just don't understand people, man. I really don't. Especially no grown ass man like Charleston. I'm just really, you know what I'm saying? And Stay Cheese and all them. They bogus, man. They bogus. Because I'm telling you, man, if you're on my platform and you say that about that baby like that, bro, there's probably going to be some furniture moving around. It's definitely not going to get aired. And I definitely don't think I want to interview you no more. I'd be like, man, I make a lot of money with you, but money ain't everything. Get out of my studio and don't ever come back. Don't ever come back, dude. Get out of my studio and don't you ever come back over here. Because you making me look bad. You're making me look bad. I don't know what platform he on, but all these platforms that's promoting this, we got to get rid of them. We got to make them feel the pain. Because that's just unacceptable. I don't know where that ranks in some of the worst stuff I ever heard. But I just can't imagine nobody even saying that. It's just too much, man, for me. How could you disrespect the baby? What she do wrong? She ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't never used drugs in my life. I'm a plant-based vegan my whole life. My face always been thin like this. I'm 67 years old, bro. I ain't never did no drugs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to find a life. Nobody gonna argue with nobody named Epon or nothing like that. You just talking crazy. I don't be wasting time with dudes like you. You know what I'm saying? Just look at them, and look at them. All babies, all four. And the girl is a little baby. And they shot her. So, all right. So, um, I can imagine, or I probably can't imagine, but I could have been the little girl's parents. I could have been this little girl's parents. And Charleston White said that. But here's the thing: I could have also been one of their parents. So how you think I feel? Everybody looking at my son like a monster. You know what I'm saying? How you think I would feel if I was one of their parents and then I found out they did something heinous like that? So I'm going to be messed up no matter which one of these families I'm in. I'm going to be messed up. You understand? I'm going to be messed up. And you're going to have supporters of Charleston White on social media playing. But let me tell you something. Every knee shall bow and every tongue can confess. And when you get out here on that dark energy, you cannot hide on this social media. So you can get on this social media and talk crazy. You can act heartless or whatever. But life is going to find you. And it's going to make you eat your words. Okay? The plate going to be on your table. You're going to remember all of the carelessness you had when you disrespected this young girl or you take this for a joke. Okay? It's going to come to get you. So the people in the chat is cool, but once I post this, It's gonna be y'all in the comments, and I don't read the comments. But if you come with the negativity, just know what comes around goes around. And when you dish it out, you gotta take it back. And if you put yourself on the wrong side of this, you got energy coming your way. Put yourself on the right side of this. Don't put yourself on Charleston's side, because the same way Charleston does all this disrespect in the public, that's the same way he's going to get his judgment in the public. His judgment is going to be just as big as his mouth. He's going to be brought down in front of everybody. That's a fact. He's going to be brought down. And it can happen in a lot of different ways. He could be talking crazy and get cancer and be out of here. End up a diabetic. It's a lot of ways. That is ka kiki until they catch up with him. But the content creators that keep posting him, if you got any type of righteousness in your body and you feel sorry for this baby, unfollow all the content creators that promote Charleston White. Because enough is enough. And I'll tell you something else too. Charleston White supporters is foul. They remind me of when I used to be at school telling jokes. And you would have students at the school laughing at the jokes loud so the teacher put you in trouble. And you think the students laughing with you, but the students laughing at you and trying to get you in trouble. You think them your people laughing at your jokes and stuff, but they not. One time I was in class, I told a joke, and this dude named Clifford, he started laughing real loud, way louder than the joke. And he was laughing, looking up at the teacher, and he was pointing at me while I was laughing, and she put me out the class. And that's when I learned right there. I said, you see this dude? He was trying to get me put out the class. But I'm like, he the one making all the noise. She should have put him out the class. She didn't hear me say nothing. I said my joke quietly. This guy, he went all out his way to show the teacher, throw him out the class, pretending he like a friend or an ally. So from that day, I never messed with dude no more. I never messed with him. Never. And I learned my lesson. I was a shorty. I learned my lesson right then. That everybody there cheering you when you doing whatever, they're going to be the same ones turn on you when you go down. And all them people that Charleston White think like him, watch what they're going to do to him when he go down. They don't like him. But I don't like none of his supporters. And I'm not really watching. Once I see you been interviewing him, I'm unfollowing. I'm not following nobody that's exploiting the community and keep interviewing this guy for views. And this man been Math Hoffa, he disrespect both of Math Hoffa's daughters, little kids, talking about what he was going to do with them. And still get interviews after he talk about doing SAing some little girls. Then he disrespect Gilly's son. Now he disrespected this little girl. What did she do? Well, you're going to say F her. You're going to say F her. Why? So she got to take your verbal abuse. She's passed away. And you got to verbally abuse her life. For what exactly? That's the line. He crossed the line right there. As people been asking me about him, I said, man, I just been blowing him up. But with that one right there, yeah, he didn't cross the line. And everybody supporting him crossed the line. And for all you content creators out there, once I see you support him, I'll never support you no more. I'm cutting off everybody I see support him. You out of here. Because I don't need you in my life. And I don't need that type of energy in my life. And I try to teach my children to stay away from people like y'all. People like y'all that think that's funny or that support him, I raise my children to stay away from you. Because you are low. If you support him and you listen to anything he say from this point on, you are low life. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching to see who's who. Because we're going to have to draw the line in the sand, just like when the Cast of Society come out. Some of y'all going to take the mark of the beast and some of us ain't. So it's going to be a line in the sand anyway. And most likely if you support him, you definitely going to take the microchip. You definitely a sellout. So that's my thoughts on it. Other than that, I'm not speaking on it no more. Because I don't really mess with people like that. I lived all this time because I stayed away from all negative people. I only associate with positive people. If you're a negative person, you're always getting in trouble, you're always gossiping and stuff like that, I don't deal with you. I don't deal with no negative type energy like that. I don't watch no whole bunch of negative people. I'll monitor you so I can see the damage you're doing to the community, right? I mean, you got to look it up. What he said about the little girl. He said after the little girl got killed. It's just too much. It's too much for me. I think everybody that watch him say all this negative stuff and then go back and support him when he say positive stuff, I think they suckers. Because you let the man play both sides of the fence. And you're like, well, I'm going to just watch him for this side of the fence. All right. But now he done got to the point where a little girl got killed and he said, to hell with her. And so you got to look at yourself. How far will you go? What kind of dignity and integrity do you have? Okay? That you got to look at yourself. Do you have any dignity? Do you have any integrity? Do you have any honor? Do you have any trust? Do you have any compassion? Or do you like listening to somebody that's talking out of both sides of their mouth at the same time, lying out of both sides? Because that's just fool. Or say anything for anything. And some of you brothers and sisters out there that like him, you'll do anything for anything yourself. And it's all funny until it happened to you. It's all funny if it happened to you. He don't support FBA, don't nobody care. We don't need his support. We don't want his support. We looking for our own people to rally our own troops. You build an army off of who join your army. You don't build no army off of who don't join, honcho. You build your coalition, and you don't care about who not in the coalition. You just build your coalition. That's it. So you all find something more positive to watch. Don't watch nothing that's going to turn around and bite you later like that. And you let your children, you let people see you watching that, then they go watch it and they start emulating that stuff and get hurt. Because we got brothers and sisters out here going to try to do what Charleston do, and they're going to get hurt or they're going to get on the line. Like, you can't do that what he do. He playing a dangerous game. So I don't know how people watch something that they know if they do, they'll get hurt anyway. I don't know how you watch something that you know is dangerous if you did it, but you just watching them do it. So it's like you trying to watch him commit suicide. You watching him jump off a cliff. And that's another thing too. When you out there acting a fool, young people, they watching you, cheering you on, but they really watching you jump off a cliff. Most of these people, they don't like Charleston. They trying to watch and see the car wreck. They want to see him crash. I don't know nobody. I don't know dude. Stop asking me about dude. All right, so y'all stay positive. That's what I think about that. Say cheese, foul. Get with it, say cheese. And make sure you go join my Patreon to see exclusive information. Victory.